Still dealing with being the leader, and she's definitely had some stumbling blocks. What can you tease we're going to see in this episode with some of the choices that she's making?
Well, we're definitely learning a lot about how Kara is handling being the leader, for better, for worse. She's definitely had a really difficult learning curve, and she's trying to make decisions as best she can, but we're starting to see her not make some of the best choices, and maybe regretting some of her decisions, but she has to stick to them because she believes, she has to, she's got to believe in herself if she's going to have other people believe in her. So she's still settling into that role and maybe personally regretting some of her choices.
Yeah. Do you think a lot of it is just stubbornness in her, that she doesn't want to admit that she's not
very stubborn. She's very headstrong, and it's very hard for her to admit that she's wrong. So that makes things a little bit more difficult.
And, the whole love triangle that was played up a lot in the beginning, it's kind of quieted down a little bit. There have been little blips here and there. Where would you say Kara's heart is at this point? Is it more with John? Is it still kind of torn with Steven? Where is she at?
It's interesting with the love triangle and Kara and her personal feelings. She always tries to put everyone else, Tamara people-wise, before her own personal feelings. And I think she saw all the destruction that came from what happened when she acted on her feelings with Steven. And she's just decided to put her own feelings, whatever they may be, on the back burner. And that's why you don't see as much of it. She definitely still has those feelings, but showing them at any point can cause turmoil. So, it's not that it's gone away. It's just how does she choose to handle it, and how does she think that is what would be the best for everybody, and how she would handle herself.
Okay. I love the backstory episodes where we've really gotten a piece of who Kara was and how she got to this point. Are more of those coming, and how do they help you just understand her more?
Well, they're having backstories and flashbacks and stuff like that is so much fun for an actor, because so much of the time you're just living in the present and you're sort of trying to make up or understand or maybe talk through with the writers why a character is a way that they are and what's happened to them in their past, but you don't actually see it. At least in this sort of format, you do get to see it and you do get to live it. And we do continue to do flashbacks, and we're sort of filling in the gaps a lot of how all these people, what they went through and how they interacted with each other before we met them in the pilot. So yeah, we have a lot more flashbacks coming up, and they're fun, and they're fun for the actors to do as well, because some of them are with each other. So you get to know what friendships and dynamics were like maybe years ago. That's different.
Julian. Is it Julian? Okay.
Yes.
And he got away. So
he did.
Is it safe to say we might see him again?
We might see him again. We know that he is definitely a character that does not forgive and forget, and has a serious sore spot when it comes to Kara. So he's someone that Kara, John, all of the Tamar people don't feel great about having at large or still out there, because he might remain hidden, or he might, be building an army, he might be, plotting some sort of crazy revenge. So having characters like that out there that aren't the immediate enemy definitely is yet another problem for the Tamara people, and something else to think about and worry about. So, they've done a great job to close ranks and try to protect each other as best they can, but there's more than just one enemy now.
Okay.